New York County Sheriff's Office SWAT team with an arrest warrant and a search warrant.
Breaking now in Eyewitness News, this is some new video. It shows the moments leading up to deputies firing shots outside a home in Rock Hill. The call York County deputies say they were responding to. And hail and strong winds hit homes and businesses across Rock Hill. We are live with the storm damage.
Several reports of storm damage across the board. We'll take a deep dive into just how much we've seen, plus how much more rain is on the way. That's coming up.
Check this out, a massive response to an overnight crash in North Charlotte. What one neighbor says she thinks caused it. Eyewitness News on Sunday starts right now. All right, check out this video here. Storm swept through the Carolinas Saturday evening, bringing hail to parts of our viewing area. You're looking at hail falling in Rock Hill. You can see it hammered cars with hail quickly building up on this homeowner's lawn. Well, good afternoon. Thanks for joining us. I'm Gina Esposito. With the sun up, we're getting a better look at the damage done to homes and businesses across York County. Let's head over to Channel 9's Ken Lemon. He is live at a home off Leisure Road in Rock Hill. And Ken, describe to us what you're seeing out there.
Yeah, and it's not just one home, it's several homes. We're just on one block, and I want to show you the damage we've seen here that kind of tells you how bad it is. Just over there, about 3 houses away, you can see a tree down on what looks like an outbuilding or a garage there. That's not just it. That's number one that we see just in this area. I want to take our photographer, Theo, just across the street, and I want you to take a look at this right over here. You see that? That is a business there. A man ran a scooter company in that area there, out of that garage there. He told me he's fortunate because he's not like the neighbors right down the street. And I'm going to take you right over the street there and take a look down there. You see that tree, and it's a little difficult to see from here, but the tree is on that house. We have video a little bit closer up. I spoke with the folks who live at this home here. They tell me they were out to dinner when all of this happened. They saw the hail. They saw everything else. They didn't realize when they got home, they'd find this. They cannot go back into that home now because the damage is just too much. As a matter of fact, they can't even get to the cars in the backyard because of what happened here. The homeowner told me that for him, this home meant so much to him because he kind of worked on rebuilding this home.
President for the area. I've lived in Rock Hill a decade or so now. I've been working on this house for about 8 years. We just about had our, like, a little dream place.
Yeah, almost a dream place. As a matter of fact, the woman who lives here also, she tells me that she's a sheriff's deputy. Her car is stuck in the backyard because they can't get by there because of the driveway. That's just what's happening in this one area. I want to take you now over to our weather center and our meteorologist, Maddie Baggett, with more on this weather, the impact here, and what may be coming.
Yeah, Ken, thank you so much for that coverage. And just that footage alone makes me think that those were, in fact, straight line winds. We still have to wait to make sure, based on what the National Weather Service decides, whether or not that was a touchdown. We will know more a little bit later on today or tomorrow, depending on when they do send out a surveyor. Right now, we're just dealing with mostly cloudy skies and widespread showers across the board. Picking up some heavier pockets just to the south of Rock Hill, right outside of Great Falls. Now, this is going to track to the northeast. It's going to sustain itself. There are going to be stronger cells over the next couple of hours with these localized downpours. Mostly everybody's just going to be getting those light to moderate showers, but there are a few areas, especially to the southeast of us, that will be susceptible to heavier, more moderate showers. Getting a live look over Charlotte Motor Speedway this afternoon. It is a soggy one, so as you head out and about, don't forget to layer up. It is rather chilly, and we're going to continue to see these on and off showers throughout the day. We'll time and track out more on this rain coming up in the Futurecast. That's on the way.
New York County Sheriff's Office SWAT team with an arrest warrant and a search warrant.
We are staying on top of breaking news. This video shows the York County Sheriff's Office attempting to serve a search warrant before an early morning shooting involving one of their officers. Well, right now, state investigators are looking into this shooting. York County deputies say this all started when they responded just after midnight for a domestic violence incident at a home off Ellis Pond Drive. That neighborhood is 12 minutes east of downtown Rock Hill. This is video we got from that scene just around 6 o'clock this morning. We saw investigators out there. We're told thankfully deputies were not hurt. Again, the state is investigating. We're asking about the other person or persons involved in this shooting and what led up to those shots being fired. We'll keep you updated as we learn more. More breaking news in Statesville. A man is dead from a shooting. Statesville police say they were called to a home off Stewart Court around 12:30 this morning. When they arrived, officers say they found Richard Pledger with a gunshot wound. He was pronounced dead at the scene. Statesville police is asking anyone with information to contact them. We'll update you as we learn more. We are staying on top of a developing story. A man is dead and a deputy is hurt after a standoff in Iredell County. We first brought you this story as breaking news yesterday at noon. The sheriff says a man fired multiple shots at deputies during the incident along Langtree Road in Mooresville near Lake Norman. And since then, we've learned the man died by suicide. Channel 9's veteran crime reporter Glenn Counts spoke with neighbors. They told him that man had a history of mental illness.
Well, neighbors tell us they've been living with this difficult situation for more than a year, and it finally erupted Saturday morning. The situation started around 7:40 when communications got a call from a family member of the suspect. Deputies say the caller said that 27-year-old Dylan Maslin was acting crazy. Firefighters were the first to arrive. They entered the home and say Maslin pulled a knife on them, so they left. Deputies came next, went inside and say Maslin fired shots at them, and they returned fire.
We heard multiple rounds going off, like pop, 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 like that, and yeah, it was very nerve-wracking.
The SWAT team was called in. After that, it was a crazy scene for the neighborhood and surrounding area. The community was put on lockdown. Lauren Brady and Danny Brock were scheduled to get married at the venues at Langtree across the street, and the situation provided some scary moments.
Police started arriving to the venue and told us to stay inside, to get to the back of the house, that there was an active shooting going on across the street from us, and that we were in the line of fire.
Deputies say that Maslin continued to fire shots at them. Neighbors told us they could see officers ducking for cover. Eventually, they sent a robot into the home and found that Maslin died from an apparent self-inflicted gunshot wound. Neighbors are sad about the loss of life.
Fatality's bad. I'm not going to dismiss that, but the fact that there was only one, thank goodness that all the responders are okay. That was good news.
Well, the State Bureau of Investigation has been called in to handle this case, which is the standard practice. The deputy who was injured is expected to be treated and released from the hospital. He has not been named. In Iredell County, Glenn Counts, Channel 9 Eyewitness News.
Well, if you or someone you know needs mental health support, here's an important number on your screen. It's the Suicide and Crisis Lifeline. People can call or text that number 24 hours a day. All right, you got to check out this video we got overnight showing what looks like the aftermath of a bad crash in North Charlotte. A viewer called the station just before 2 o'clock this morning saying her and her daughter woke up to a loud noise. She looked out her window and saw this massive scene outside her apartment at Blue at Northline. This is right off North Tryon Street. Now you can see multiple CMPD cruisers and Charlotte fire trucks, so quite a big scene for a crash. That viewer believes the crash is a result of street racing. We have calls into police and medic to learn more about this. We'll update you as we learn more. New details in an early morning crash. We now know that 4 people were hurt. That crash shut down multiple lanes of I-77 for nearly 3 hours. It happened shortly after 3 a.m. Near 5th Street and West Trade Street in Uptown. The crash cleared around 6 o'clock this morning. Thankfully, the people hurt are expected to be okay. Happening tomorrow, Charlotte City Council will vote on whether to empty its housing trust fund to build more than 200 affordable housing units. The city says it has about $8.9 million left over of voter-approved money. Staff members are recommending 5 projects that would generate 259 units. 19 of those units would be home ownership opportunities. Now, one of those 5 projects is called Grounds for Change. It would be located on Park Road at the YWCA Central Carolinas property. Plans call for 107 units. The city would provide $2 million toward the project. All right, let's get update on your forecast now with meteorologist Maddie Baggett. And Maddie, today we just got to get through today and then the rest of the week. Much better, I'm hoping?
Yes, and today's not going to be a complete washout. We are going to be getting on and off showers till about 6-7 p.m. So if you wanted to get outside later as opposed to earlier, but across the board, it is going to be a chilly day. Yes, you might want to wait until your Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. You got the thumbs up, you got the green arrow to get outside. It's just today is going to be a soggy and chilly one. We'll time and track out the rest of today's rain, plus we'll take a look at that full 7-day forecast that's coming up.
Well, music like that could soon be coming to a neighborhood near you. After the break, why the Charlotte Symphony is taking its show on the road.